Doctor, ina lafiya. Ya kwana biyu. Amin ya rabi. Wallahi kuwa.
Sorry. Assalamu alaikum, Prof. Wata nan hunde do ha dole. Yawwa. Dole sosai ma. Wasu kujera jiwa. Kujera ba ya fi wai wallahi. Yawwa. Mari sun bi sosai ba?
To, sako.
We already created, specifically designed. I don't know if there's anybody there that will not do my guide and all that. So I'm of that firm belief that there's a reason I'm created a woman. There's a reason I study water resources management. There's a reason I'm in Japan. There's a reason I'm in America. There's a reason I'm in Nigeria. There's a reason I refuse to Japan. So why won't I find out those reasons and then put it to good use? So the power of voice and step. I think I want to use this opportunity to correct the misconception. There's usually this ideology when you women, you have MBA, and you have Association of Women Lawyers, you have CORE, you have I think one of the first one, women. You see some men complain, what is their problem? It's women. I think the idea is not just to maybe undermine or counter the existence of men, and then the use. Alex. Oh. wọ́n ní kí iná ṣùgbọ́n láwọn lọ sí pálọ̀ wọ́n ní kí ilẹ̀ lọ sí pálọ̀ gbogbo àwọn ṣàdúrà wọ́n ní ṣe olùgbàdúrà.
No, there's something wrong here. Why is this one giving? Why don't they show me?
Gentlemen of the press, this event is not This event is called like I always put our acknowledge our standard. I welcome you to the conference which borders on before we proceed, I will want the members of themselves so that people their address. Let me start with leader. Amma, please can you tell me how to do Francis Saliba of Mochi. Okay.
Morning, all. My name is Eyitope.
Okay, just to okay, just inform the house that as this event progresses, likely journals. From this conference, we also distributed to any other. Having said that, may I kindly invite the secretary as a member of Admission come and introduce members of the high level. Dr. Kende, can you?
Very much. I would like to introduce the president of Eyitope Ogunbodede, who is also the immediate past vice chancellor of Afebelo University. And I will also want to introduce the vice president North Central, and the North Central is the host of this program, Professor Emmanuel Dandaura, who is acting president, Nigeria Institute of Public Relations. I would like to introduce our father, the Vice President, Northwest, Professor Mohammed Nasib Maturari, the former Vice Chancellor, Ibrahim Babangida University, Lapai.
No, so don't.
Just by his side is the Vice President Southeast, Professor Joy Eis, an ambassador and former DPC academic, National Open University, Nigeria. And I will also want to introduce Professor Shehu Adamu Iya, the Vice President Northeast and former DPC admin, Modibo Adama University, Yola. I will also want to introduce
By 1,000.
Professor Jonathan Setini, who is the Vice President South.
Hello,
He is the Director for International Collaboration and Linkages, Delta State University, Abraka. The custodian of the treasury of the association is here. He is Professor Khadijat Adenola Yaya. The treasurer and the president of ICANN, Yori District. We also have with us here Dr. Elvis Otameri, who knows the man. Here is the admin officer. Then, having with us here a very important personality. We are talking about the history of this association. We're talking about the genesis of it. Those that propounded it, that formed it. We have here Professor Moni Oluwa from our GPC, Innovation, Research and Technology, National Open University. We have some other members of the executive committee here. Referee is here. Professor Moni Oluwa is representing the Vice Chancellor now. So I request we clap for her again. Then some of our members of the executive here, and we also like to recognize them in absence. We have Professor Aleruti Tuku, who is the Assistant General Secretary and the DPC of the Federal University Lab. Also recognizing in absentia Professor Smarinda Olamide, who is the Vice Chancellor of Afe Babala University. He is the Vice President Southwest.
Thank you. A very good morning.
Professor Nwokoye, who is the Publicity Secretary, he is of Nampi Azikiwe University. At this point, I will have to halt now for the MC. Myself, my humble self, I am Dr. Kennedy Abiola. I'm the General Secretary and Rector, Living Spring College of Technology, Osogbo.
Just like this, the person can you kindly stand up and tell the house who you are so that we know those who are with us and those who are against us?
So we know whether you are neighbors or
All right, then, and good morning, presidents and distinguished. My name is Dan Ladejo. Thank you. President and other members.
If, just in case you are not aware, my boss is president of the Nigerian. And somebody will ask, Nigerian Institute of Open Relations have AI compliance. Just to inform the house that the NIPR and the association they are collaborating with the just for those who are not aware, before the end of this year, NIPR will launch the University of Public Relations in Goody. That's the first sector-based public relations, the first sector-based university in public relations anywhere in the world. So this is the way the institute is collaborating to ensure that the institute stands on the strong note. You have to clap your hand. It's not so having said that, the second wanted to make the mistake of not recognizing that prof here is so can you American invite the Professor Duma Uji Duma, the Vice Chancellor of National University of Africa, who is here heavily being represented by Professor Menolua Olani. Come on, next. For excellency, President and representative of the National Association of Attendants. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the National Nigeria, Mr. Ibrahim, I warmly welcome you to the National University of Nigeria. We are delighted to host you. We are delighted to have you here as your operational base. The National Open University of Nigeria, we all know, is a giant, and we are delighted that practitioners of artificial intelligence deemed it fit to make their base our campus. Also, the National Association of Artificial Intelligence Practitioners has made it a determination to always have this awareness day annually, so that the general public will be enlightened, and then we can move the in terms of artificial intelligence practices and also development. No doubt, it is a very important move, and the National Open University of Nigeria is delighted to also partner with NIDE. The Vice Chancellor himself is a member of NIDE. So it is an exciting thing that the university is supporting this move. Please permit me to also thank the gentlemen of the press for their commitment to promoting development and technology, and I hope they will project if activities accordingly in such a way that even our national and even global bodies will know that Nigeria is not left out. We are going to be listening to a lot of things, and I don't want to preempt our president and his executive. But on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, National Open University of Nigeria, again, Professor Juma, I welcome you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. At this point, we invite the president of Eyitope kindly tell us why members of the media this press conference. Thank you.
Very much. Vice Chancellor of the National University of Nigeria, Professor, distinguished members of the press, my esteemed colleagues and leaders of NIDE, dear present. Good morning. It is my honor and privilege as President of the National Association of Artificial Intelligence Practitioners to welcome you to this press conference, which marks the formal commencement of the 2026 Artificial Intelligence Awareness Day. On behalf of the Executive Council and the entire membership of our association, I express our appreciation for your presence and for your continued role as partners in shaping national discourse on innovation, technology, and development. We are gathered here today at the heart of our nation's capital to discuss a topic of critical importance to our collective future: harnessing ethical artificial intelligence for national transformation inclusive growth, and economic reliance. Exactly 1 year ago, on February 17, 2025, the AI Awareness Day was inaugurated as a national platform to promote three things, essentially: excellence in artificial intelligence practice, ethical standards in design and development, and innovation for sustainable development. The inaugural edition focused on the role of AI in higher education. Building on that strong foundation, the 2026 edition marks a strategic shift towards practical national scale deployment of AI solutions. Today, we are moving from conversation to implementation, from awareness to application, and from potential to measurable impact. Now, a bit about the National Association of Artificial Intelligence Practitioners, NAIP. The National Association of Artificial Intelligence Practitioners, NAIP, is Nigeria's premier professional body for AI practitioners. Founded on April 29, 2024, the association emerged from a landmark national training program that equipped nearly 1,000 participants across Nigeria's higher education landscape with specialized AI competencies. This program was facilitated by the Virtual Institute for Capacity Building in Higher Education, otherwise known as VIBE. The vision behind NAIP was championed by Professor Emeritus Peter Akintola, an internationally respected scholar, former Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, and recipient of the UNESCO Kalinga Prize for the Communication of Science. NAIP stands today as a testament to Nigeria's leadership in educational innovation across Africa. The vision of NAIP is very clear. To move Nigeria from being a consumer of AI technology to becoming a creator of ethical, global, competitive, and impactful AI solutions. Now, a bit about the leadership and the national spread of NAIP. NAIP operates as a truly national professional body with leadership and representation across all 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. I'm privileged to serve as president, working alongside 6 vice presidents representing the zone, as well as dedicated national officers and committees driving our strategic agenda. The officers, I'm president, Professor Eyitope Ogunbodede. We have Professor Shehu Adamuyiya, who is vice president Northeast, Professor Nasiru Yeturari, vice president Northwest, Professor Emmanuel Dandaura, vice president North Central, Professor Elizabeth Maranda Olarinde, Vice President Southwest, Professor Joy Ibisi, Vice President Southeast, Professor Jonathan Shetimi, Vice President South, Dr. Ken Abiola, General Secretary, Professor Aleri Chichuku, Assistant General Secretary, Professor Kadija Ademola Yaya, Treasurer, and Professor Kitidele Wokoye, Publicity Secretary. The association is honored to have the guidance of an esteemed board of trustees, including Ààrẹ Afe Babalola, SAN, who is the chairman of the board of trustees of the association. Then we have a very third Professor Peter Akintola, Professor Kayat Ahmed Rufai, OON, who was a one-time minister for education of our great country. Chief Barrister Beth Chooks Igilo, SAN, Professor Suleiman Olonsoambali, a former Vice Chancellor of the University of Economy. Professor Andy Osuku Yenga, former Vice Chancellor of the Delta State University. Professor Boboy Kuma and Dr. Ken Abiola, who serves as chief to the board. Our headquarters is here in Abuja, the National University of Nigeria, and our doors are open to individuals and organizations committed to advancing ethical practice of artificial intelligence. What is our strategic focus? As an association, our work is guided by 5 major focus areas: capacity building and training, equipping Nigerians with cutting-edge AI competencies, through ethical standards and governance, promoting responsible AI frameworks, and then in the area of research and innovation, so we favor indigenous AI solutions. And so NAIP will always support indigenous AI solutions. Policy advice, partnering with government on national AI strategies. And then in terms of public awareness and advocacy, are interested in deepening AI literacy across the society, all areas and within all professional groups. NAIP is not just a professional body, it is the nexus of Nigeria's AI brain trust. And from this brain trust, we believe we have the solution to some of our nation's most persistent challenges.
When you come back.
This year's theme is deliberately action-oriented. It reflects our firm belief that artificial intelligence must not only be powerful, but should also be responsible, inclusive, and aligned with national priorities. This year's program is structured around 3 strategic pillars. One, national transformation. We are moving beyond theory. We see a future where AI strengthens our national infrastructure. Imagine intelligent traffic management systems in Lagos and Abuja that learn and adapt in real time to reduce congestion. Imagine AI-powered predictive maintenance for our national power grid, anticipating failures even before they happen, thereby saving billions of naira and improving the lives of millions. This is not science fiction. This is the practical application of AI that NAIP is championing. AI can be effectively deployed to strengthen national infrastructure, improve public service delivery, enhance transparency and governance, and optimize planning and policy implementation. In the area of inclusive growth, our association is committed to ensuring that AI does not become a tool for the elite people, but a rising tide that lifts all groups. We are empowering our practitioners to be the architects of economic solutions for the grassroots, from AI-driven advisory services for farmers in the north to personalized educational tools for students in the rural south. We are building a future where the benefits of AI permeate every sector of our society. Artificial intelligence will benefit every Nigerian, and therefore our focus is to empower AI practitioners as solution architects, expand opportunities across sectors, including education, health, agriculture, finance, and governance, bridge digital and knowledge divide, and also promote and workforce readiness. Now, in terms of economic resilience, in a volatile global economy, resilience is key. By leveraging local data to solve local problems, we build an economy that is robust, self-reliant, and ready for the future. AI is a critical enabler of a stable and future-ready economy. Nigeria will benefit from AI-driven national security system. There is no doubt about that. AI implementation can fortify our national security system and create new pathways for sustainable economic growth. Data-informed economic strategy, smart energy management, and sustainability, industrial product and innovation, among others. The association, I want to emphasize here, is prepared to collaborate with federal government in harnessing artificial intelligence as a transformative tool in tackling security challenges. As a professional body representing AI practitioners in Nigeria, NAIP is committed to supporting national security objectives through innovation, research capacity building, data intelligence systems, predictive analytics, and other AI-driven solutions capable of enhancing surveillance, threat detection, intelligence analysis, and decision support systems. Now, a call to action, a national partnership for Nigeria's AI future. Today, we call on all stakeholders to rise collectively and deliberately to shaping Nigeria's artificial intelligence future. The promise of AI can only be realized through shared responsibility, coordinated action, and visionary leadership across all sectors of society. What should be the role of government institutions? We call on all arms and levels of government, federal, state, and local, to take decisive steps to integrate AI to governance and public service delivery. These steps will include: one, deploying AI systems to improve efficiency, transparency, and accountability in public administration; using data-driven intelligence to enhance planning, budgeting, and policy implementation; strengthening national security through AI-enabled surveillance, intelligence analysis, and threat detection systems; or leveraging AI for smart infrastructure, digital identity systems, and e-governance platforms. We are happy that the federal government of Nigeria is actually doing very well in that area of e-governance, but we believe that Establishing robust regulatory and ethical framework that ensures the responsible use of AI technology. Government leadership is essential to creating an enabling environment in which innovation can flourish while public trust is safeguarded. Now, what will be the role of the private sector organizations and what are we doing in that direction? We call on industry leaders to invest to recognize AI as a strategic driver of productivity, competitiveness, and economic expansion. We encourage the private sector to one, invest in AI research, development, and deployment across key industries such as finance, agriculture, manufacturing, and logistics. So, two, to support startups and innovation hubs that are building AI solutions. Three, adopt AI to improve operational efficiency, customer experience, and decision making. Or partner with academic institutions and professional bodies to build a future-ready workforce. 5, promote responsible business practices that align AI with ethical standards and societal benefits. Private sector has the capacity to accelerate Nigeria's transition into an AI-powered economy. Then our academic institutions also have a very great role to play. We call on universities, polytechnics, colleges of education, and research institutes to take the lead in developing Nigeria's intellectual and innovation capacity in AI. In this regard, appropriate measures will include embedding AI data science and digital literacy into curricula across disciplines, not only in technology-related fields. Establishing interdisciplinary AI research centers focused on solving local and national challenges. Encouraging innovation, experimentation, and problem solving among students. Strengthening partnerships with industry to align academic training with workforce needs, and also promoting ethical reasoning and societal awareness in AI development and deployment. Academic institutions are the engine that will produce the next generation of AI innovators and thought leaders. The National Universities Commission, NUC, has developed a strategic policy document titled towards responsible AI integration in the Nigerian university, which is intended to guide Nigerian universities in the ethical, effective, and context-responsive adoption, deployment, and governance of artificial intelligence in research and administration. We look forward to widespread adoption of this document. The development of partners. We call on international development agencies, donor organizations, foundations, and multilateral institutions to collaborate with Nigeria in building an inclusive and ethical AI ecosystem. We encourage our partners to one, support capacity building programs that equip Nigerians with AI and digital skills. Two, fund research and innovation initiatives addressing critical development challenges. Promote exchange, technology transfer, and global collaboration. 4, assist in developing framework for ethical AI governance, data protection, and digital rights. And then 5, ensure that AI intervention support equity, accessibility, and social inclusion. Global partnerships are essential to ensuring that Nigeria benefits from international best practices while contributing capital perspectives to the global AI discourse. Then, what should be the role of young Nigerians? Finally, we call on the youth of Nigeria, our greatest national asset, to embrace artificial intelligence as a tool for creativity, enterprise, and nation building. Our young people say, learn AI skills and digital competencies that prepare you for the future of work. Use AI as a platform to innovate, create solutions, and build enterprises. And then participate in research, hackathons, and innovation challenges. Uphold ethical values in the design and use of technology. And then they also must see themselves not merely as users of technology, but as creators of the solutions that will define Africa's future. The future of AI in Nigeria will be written by the creativity, integrity, and courage of our young people. Now, what has been done and where are we as far as AI is concerned? Our collective thoughts started this AI. Artificial intelligence and digital transformation. It resonates in particular with the goals of national strategy,
very gidi, Baba.
It also complements the national digital economy policy and strategy, which prioritizes digital infrastructure, and development of the world's developed economy. So we are not just starting from nothing. So there are quite a number of national initiatives. Furthermore, our initiatives are consistent with the principles of the Nigerian Data Protection Act, which underscores the importance of privacy, data governance, and responsible data use as foundational elements of trustworthy AI systems. Beyond this, our vision aligns with other national development frameworks, such as the National Development Plan 2021 to 2025, and Nigeria's commitments under the African Union Digital Transformation Strategy for Africa 2020 to 2030. Together, this framework provides a coherent policy direction that encourages innovation while safeguarding ethical and adapting to security and national security. Now, plans to work with government and all stakeholders to translate the policies and administrations into practical measurable that will accelerate Nigeria's transition to a resilient AI-enabled economy. Now, the role of distinguished ladies and gentlemen, by the critical bridge between our vision and the Nigerian people. The success of AI awareness day and indeed the success of our national AI journey depends on an informed public. It is important to say that beyond the annual AI awareness day, 9 sustains year-round engagement through a range of strategic initiatives, most notably its bi-monthly symposium series. These virtual symposia serve as a vital bridge between academic research and real-world commercial application, fostering dialogue, innovation, and the translation of ideas into scalable solutions. The next edition of the symposium themes the catalyst effect, driving economic prosperity and sectoral innovation through applied AI in Nigeria, scheduled to hold on Tuesday, March 24, 2026. You are all cordially invited to that program. We rely on you to translate our technical conversations into the common language of national policy. We need you to ask the tough questions, to hold us accountable to our promise of ethical AI, and to help us tell the stories of the Nigerian innovators who are changing the world from right here at home. Now, what do we say looking ahead? Distinguished members of the press, as we look ahead, we are filled with optimism and determination. The 2026 AI awareness is not just an event, it is a national call to action. It is a call to innovate responsibly, to grow inclusively, and to build a resilient Nigerian economy powered by ethical artificial intelligence. We invite all Nigerians to be part of this historic journey. On this note, I'm happy to declare 2026 Artificial Intelligence Awareness Day formally open. For further information on our program, members should visit our official website, which is stated, or contact the Secretariat at the Asset Building, National University of Nigeria, where this is taking place. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your partnership, and thank you for helping.
Request for intervention.
Ẹ ti gbàgbé mi o.
Ìgbàgbé yìí o.
Karimat, please come. How many goes that? Bueno, ya va lo. ¿Ah? Oh, I didn't. I didn't share.
A solution. But here you are saying, yeah, you can actually overcome that. Because, also, maybe you can expatiate or highlight that. Thank you very much.
Good morning, sir. And thank you once again for. My question is as and elites, and you have the legal backing investigator also using AI to fish. For example, there was a Senate camera with a lady. So, and the video went viral. The next day, the media team for the senator said that the video was AI. Now, in that kind of scenario, do you have the local backing? Yes. Because there have been so many AI, quite malicious. You have the power to probably Thank you very much. Let me start. First set of questions. The national that's why we are facing this. As a nation, we have
Àbí ti sáré dé.
Daniel.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan wà tó jẹ́ pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó ti lé 10 years. Ìmọ̀ ń gbé àwọn kankan.
Also,
Ó dẹ̀ wà ní mọ́tò.
Okay.
Ó yá kí n sáré lọ sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, because of the man for
Traffic my light ń sìn.
náà mo sọ orí.
Kí n sáré lọ sí.
now, as how many people are
Ben.
I want to tell you that let me draw example from the university.
Daniel, I did photo about me.
Actually, all the students. There's not all the lecturers.
If there are no what's happening now.
So even the students are the steps when you go to secondary school, find that most students in the secondary school use AI. And it's not all teachers in those secondary school that can actually do that. So, but in terms of the staff, we cannot buy that because for you to
So that means what right, so I mean, right.
Just one way. Okay.
But I the one who was shooting for those members of the executive. Then the second thing is AI lenders of let me just say that just like when we were typewriters. So we didn't render anybody. So the issue about
Which not
don't know how to use it. So, but if you are not in development in AI, the person will come. But if you are in tune with that, and then you are moving at in fact, AI is creating more jobs. But those who move there, those who are conversant with what is going on, can see what's going on. If I sitting in their room and so it's creating more jobs.
Okay.
Then the last thing here, AI already doing that. Now you use all the software, you use or you use Wiz, tell you there's traffic congestion in that place, you go to this other side. If you are using it. So in Lagos, yes, it will tell you don't go this way. So if you go this way, it's going to take you 30 minutes. If you go this way, it's going to take you 40 minutes. So that is AI and it's already working. So and also when you look at the software that we are using now, whether it's map or Waze, so you will discover that no, I so you tell you keep on going.
Most of our friends was where the pass I can start London Street. Hello. 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 Yeah, bros. Sir? She statement, yeah.
So AI we are already there.
That's only 12 months, yeah, should be 12 months of booking.
Something that Now,
12 months, 12
those
months.
using AI for selfish reasons. So, yeah. So, okay, so,
Hello?
but that's why we said for this year,
Hello?
what we are talking about, we are talking about ethical use of AI. Anybody can do that. We have so many other things. And I want to assure you that even the laws that they are
Ewo ló fẹ́ kí n lò bẹ́ẹ̀. O send the invoice, so they send the salary, kí ni salary, àwọn staff salary náà sí.
mechanism through which we can find.
Títí
Somebody
ewo.
says this is fake, and the other person says no, it's on. So
Ṣé o ní 92
we
yẹn ló
have mechanisms. Yes,
83.
we have a set of well consistent.
Okay. All right, no problem.
So yes,
All right.
but it's not very common. That's why we are saying that.
My half way by Allah, by close to $4.
And then, so I want to say that the national government, some of it has taken but that actually did there. And then in terms of the system, for example, mention the document which I said there's a document that is already been towards responsible AI integration in the Nigerian university system. That is on page 5. Yes. So if you look at it, so that is because our youth are very prone to doing some of those things. I mean, I implied we are not expected to be able to. So that's why we give that population to emphasize ethics. Yeah, even though it applies to them, that document is already there. Colleges of education, the polytechnics are also something. Now, lastly, the issue of youth as asset to nation. The question is, what are we doing?
So, divert the attention from using the internet for AI.
Okay, so Professor Shetty, in fact, we actually had a whole session on that topic. And then one of our teachers. So Professor Shetty will give yeah, let's start with but there are some other questions. This traffic is okay, so I'm answered that. Then AI. So we'll make it interactive. So we start on there. What we've had so far with this internet fraud is the emphasis punishment, the emphasis on arrest. Now we want to change landscape by looking at mission. So the skills internet fraud, the skills that are required to do better things. They are the same set of skills. So something where that can also direct, push knowledge to be able to use it better the economy. So what we're saying is that instead of the government emphasizing on punishment, on arrest, and prosecution, we have get these skills and be redirected. Also, have something to add.
I want to emphasize that it is also important for family, schools, and society to cultivate the value system our youth, so that they themselves will keep in to what we are doing and visually telling them. Instead of deviating their minds
Tamoku gbogbo àbí LG. Tamoku. Àwọn ilé tí mo rẹ̀ kán wà níbi ilé mi ní ẹgbẹ́ GT tó wà ní kejì. Ẹ̀ jí mi ìmọ̀ ní kòrò tó yọ̀ bọ́ máa wà lọ́nà mi ìmọ̀ tó wà.
We do not do that in our schools, and we do not emphasize that in our society. These children will be misled by their peers, and the channel their intent, negative. This is using child help us. May I also add that many other AI tools that video they exist, so that for every video we can key into the AI and confirm. But then when we do that, we have to also add the human thinking and understanding of fact, because many of the AI are limited. They may not give us the exact information, but with our internet, we'll be able to confirm whether what we are saying about whether they are consistent with reality or inconsistent.
It's already asking us how to emphasize that every job that's AI creates more than double numbers jobs and high training. In other words, no doubt, a lot of jobs are going to be offered, including the kind of lecturers. But that will be detrimental if people concerned or the persons concerned with different people affected, not learn the skills, the AI skills that they need in order to adapt their jobs or even to change ones that AI provide opportunities for training and capacity building. Now, fortunately, the number of adults not training. That's just further add to the presidency. And I think on the issue of the traffic management that someone talked, the president had talked about. But I was in one country some time ago, and even though at that time artificial intelligence was not so much involved, but I realized it's actually artificial intelligence. Throughout my stay in that country, I realized that I did not stop. I virtually didn't stop any traffic. In other words, the traffic light was not working based on time. 30 seconds, 60 minutes. It's reading the traffic, and instead of maybe what it is, 60 seconds, it stops. It doesn't. It reads the density of traffic and then work accordingly. So that's actually intelligence. So I'm just saying that beyond that, the routing, there are quite a number of areas that the AI could be deployed, to traffic management. But I just that's just underscore the reasons I say the fundamental importance of the AI awareness, program that like with every technology, it's a double-edged sword. If you rely on others, like the president said, to develop and deploy the way that that's responsibility through the association and all other stakeholders, ensure that we develop and direct our own AI intelligence transformation in Nigeria. Otherwise, we'll end up being victims. Some other people will plan it and then deploy it in a manner that will be detrimental to our own interests. So that's just to emphasize on that. Thank you very much.
Vice Chancellor. Oh, I know. I'm saying that. Yeah, Vice Chancellor. To speak as an expert, contribute to this. Okay,
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. I'm wearing many hats. Let me speak as administration, virtual institution that actually. So, my option. So I asked for percentage and I said let me just check the image, and I realized that the state house market survey and the Ipsos national market said that Nigerians, 93% of Nigerians, 3%. So it would be 93% of all Nigerian population must be 93% transfer taxes. And then they said that 8% understands complex. Whether we like it or not, everybody is using everybody. But it means that AI is popular. And it also makes Nigeria more vibrant.
Karima má bínú jọ fún mi lómi. Má bínú o.
The larger what she gave as statistics was awareness is trying to make AI very much on our now
identity. You say you found it in your daddy, but the
talked
I said
about
about the cancer.
I can't say the
Yes.
And
this
areas
we
that we have challenged.
going to
That is, and then we find out that according to some study about in 2000
Is it the same?
I'm going to more than that. When you go and do clothes, they want to kill. Come on, I said go for me.
So that is
Thank you very much. One major EIA awareness thing sending to the Nigerian public is that institutions, organizations develop AI policy. And what is AI policy? It will be the guiding framework. Organizations delineating the principle, the guideline and procedure governing government and use of AI. For example, now, if there is AI policy for the internal and external members of the university, for students, for everybody, there will be rules and regulations. Ethical problems will be solved. So many problems will be solved. And one other thing we are also saying today is that when developing this AI policy, time with the national AI policy, And national AI policy itself to be reviewed. If we are able
Down. We will sit down low.
from our micro environment, from the institutions, from the organizations, there will be a good control of the use of AI. And nationally, the use of AI will be better controlled. If institutions, organizations, state governments, every setup have their own AI policies. Thank you.
I think finally, I thought they want to speak.
Let me just have one or two things. Good morning, everybody. I just want to about policy, like once again, we are good in formulating different policies. We implementing that policy. Like our association now, we are out to actually encourage Nigeria to be more conscious about. We should be more of innovative. We should not just rely on what white have. We have talent. We have opinions that can also develop these AI packages that we can. Then when you talk about development of these packages, if there's any offense, let them enforce actions. We have the Yahoo boys. So, like, this is an issue which we encourage them to use it ethically. But in essence, policy is easy to make, but we should implement policy. We should move from the policy to policing. That we have a better
Thank you, distinguished colleagues.
Because they developed national strategy 2024, and it has been used for 2025. So we have 2024, we have 2025. I'm sure they are also going to 2025. So if that is the way we move, because artificial intelligence is progressing, very happy at the media. So I just do that.
All right, thank you so much, President. I said I chose to speak last because I'm your colleague, and I think that I will understand your concerns better. The truth of the matter is that as a nation, we have a strategy, we have a framework, AI strategy, AI framework, but the situation is such that we do not yet have an organized strategy. You see, take for instance, we don't have a regulator. There are 5 different entities doing different aspects of regulation. Data Protection Commission is handling the component of data protection. You also have so even CPN is a sector regulator in that area. So one of the things we need to coordinate, we need an AI act, for instance, we need an AI commission, so we can really coordinate and ensure that effectively all these inputs, if you have, for instance, a complaint to make, like you have in the case of that body that can actually engage with different sector regulations. So this is one of the areas a day like this will help us to continue to draw attention to it, so that we have a more basically anybody who is afraid of technology simply means that the person is not ready to reinvent himself. Go to the simple thing like GSM. When it came, we were afraid, isn't it? That I, for once, I had just finished, you know, that time 090 is a very big thing, because the status symbol. I was a lecturer at the Luther. I finished processing 2 weeks, and I was just waiting for my handset so I can be a big boy before GSM was introduced. And I never covered my money from What am I talking about? We were afraid. that introducing GSM will take away jobs from those that were doing what you call call center, call center and all that. But we had the chat card business coming in. So it means that for each job like BP, not say, for each job that GSM took, it created 10, 15, 20. The real issue is training. That is where we come in. Because we help you to begin to retrain your mind so you can invent yourself and bring out more of your potential. So you fit into what is because what AI is doing is to take away the routine jobs. As we still try to develop AI that has emotional intelligence, there's still a lot for the human factor. And this is where the component of collaboration comes in, because the only way we will not be passengers of this AI train, global AI train, is for us to take care of two things. One is that of cultural relevance. We must train our models, understand our cultural peculiarities. The second thing is this is where collaboration comes in. When we started, Alex was talking about what we are doing with some other bodies. Area of ethics. So we are not replacing other people, but we are here to synergize to ensure that we coordinate. And then when you say, do we have a legal regulatory framework? We are not a regulator in here. And the truth is that there are many tools you can check whether a video is manipulated or not. We have labs in our various institutions that are available to us. And so really we do not need legal backing to investigate as researchers, as it were. You know, so we can conduct research by but the best way to stop malicious use is education. This is where we are emphasizing, and that is why we have this. So basically, I wanted to say that we all have roles to play. Because even when you look at what some of our colleagues do, you realize that when you read certain stories on some platforms, they look alike. That also is because there is no responsible use of AI in virtually all the disciplines. I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. But I just want to ask the Vice Chancellor. Alex? Okay, so after that. Your position is I'm a former deputy vice chancellor. Deputy facilitator general, virtual institute for capacity building. Yes. All of us were trained by that institute. You know, there was a special certification course in the, you know, that's why the president talked about our founder, Emeritus Professor Peter Kempola. And so that is authority in this area. I think that is the you are looking for that. That is very. And she's also a professor here. So this occasion, standing for us. Vice Chancellor, yeah, that's why I said who knew the genesis of this session. These are the people that trained us. So when you are talking about woman being that made another woman, that's so I no. She's speaking on behalf of Vice Chancellor. And I want to also emphasize, I've said it before, that Vice Chancellor
you need to know what they think.
And our members that are here, because of the
Services from our render. Surely from our services from render from
I am a professor of
services. So
dermatology
Lama
at the
been
national.
that
As the pioneer
understand.
General administration at the virtual
balance on it last year.
and our Secretary General, the director of that. This is a very
Yes, ma'am.
Balance on last year.
Then
You have
so
EIC.
again, I'm putting on the cap
Yeah,
of the Vice Chancellor's representative now.
Then
So
consult.
let me just thank you all for
national intelligence. Yes.
Then
time
training
very
for
interactive
I want training, consulting, EIC, ICC.
in the academia,
Then
consult
the
people to join this awareness and the teachers on the media. Teachers are proving it,
Those
and
line
we
of
believe
business,
that the media will show it to you what. That truly, when we work together, we can actually enlighten our society. The point we have made, enlightenment, or education. The fact that Google says we are using 93% does not mean that we are exploring AI widely. It only means that those who have access to online facilities, those who have access to digital resources, 93%. But when we go into the nation, into the internet, are we using AI? Those that are using AI, are we using it ethically? How do we stop malicious use? What are we preventing here? And we believe that the media partner like on behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the National I want to thank you for coming, and I want to say thank you tonight for partnering with the Vice Chancellor. I want to assure you, this National University of Nigeria will do what has the gratitude of a thankful man.
Thank you.
2 short words. Thank you. Because he knows that the heart is full. The words are few. My team and I, our president, are grateful to our General founder.
Happy New Year. I will enter this there now. Just you know.
We appreciate the Vice Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria.
How you doing? China, I believe you there. Do that later. How far? Think they happy.
We thank all of us that are here today, and we thank you.
How far? What will happen?
Gentlemen of the press.
Any yourselves available.
You be man. You be man. You be powerful man.
Information.
You be powerful man now. You be man. That's what. You be powerful man now. I hear you. You do worry. They will talk in
Whatever you have, whatever you are doing, and so, on behalf of our president, members of life, I say thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
Tuesday, last we have life. Now in my talk, spend your so Benny. Àwọn kan fi dànù ẹ bá bá kárùkù the generals wọn kò fa tí ó anything lè ṣẹlẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ọlọ́dẹ ti lọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni èyí ò lè ní iṣẹ́ ọlọ́run má lọ. Olùfẹ́ prayer, olùfẹ́ preach, olùfẹ́ ṣe as a me why me mo invite people lọ. Wọ́n ní kí WhatsApp ti ní wọ́n ní WhatsApp àwọn láti tẹ̀lé kọ́ máa mi lọ ní kọ́ máa mi. So I can only àwọn mẹ́sẹ̀lì okay. No, WhatsApp is dependent on your phone capacity of your phone. And for it is well. I've never bought
January to
about 25 million. But for you to want to kill yourself to get
let's take picture outside.
But
there are people waiting outside though.
The bar on VI. But the man change the site now. No, everybody here is using the phone. You your boss will be sure what is the problem. Am I not paying? Nígbà tẹ́ kó tó sọ yẹn.
Ṣé bá látàlẹ́ lè
No. Wá dé stage kan. Wá dé stage kan.
tó bá fún mi ní promise sharing 6 million. Promise sharing 6 million.
Okay, tó bá ń fún Dustin pé láti rà fún.
Well, because I have so much, I don't have to.
Exactly. So Dustin don't buy that.
Yeah,
Boss.
but I train down. I know. Train down. But I just put your low matter.
Àwọn tó ń tagbó, àwọn tó lájẹ ṣẹ́gun ló ń tà fún. Don't expect for one. Àwọn tó lájẹ ṣẹ́gun ló expect.
About 8 years ago, mo ní client kan ní Gram, mo wá lọ sí boutique kan lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. For black of nothing to wọ́n á bèrè bàtà, wọ́n lè lò ní bàtà, wọ́n ní 200,000. That's like 8 years ago. You know what I can do? I think about why they important. I'm doing so much to start the selling business.
This is just a transaction for them.
About 8 years. Don't have a friend. This is second account.
What you will do? This is the transaction for January to February. They want to inflate it on show.
And they don't
Cash flow.
they pay zero tax.
The financial position.
Most employees are already paying.
Yes.
But I want
Sales. Meaning that you'll be creating invoice.
And we know informal is one carry like informal. Why not go to them right now?
On the target, that's it for me.
But you see, we are not. No. Talk more.
If they are much,
Before you know,
I'm 300 of